This is Angelique, also known as the Light. Welcome to my channel. Let's see who is up. I want to talk about looks versus frequency. Do people judge you based more on your looks, or are they judging you based on your frequency? And is it your looks or is it your frequency that is making people spiritually attack you? So I'm going to see who's going to come in the chat. Oh boy. Excuse me. Happy Sunday. Hope all is well. I hope y'all had a good love day, Valentine's Day if you celebrated. Hey Samantha, how you doing? Hope all is well. Um but yeah, I want to talk about this cuz this topic has been really been on my heart, and I am like, I would love to talk about it on my TikTok, but I'm shadow banned so badly on my TikTok. So I'm like, hey, Real. I'm hanging in there, Real. How you doing? Oh, man. I'm trying to stay spiritually positive, trying to stay afloat. You know, still going through a lot right now, but just trying to stay positive, you know. But sometimes you just have to just smile through the storm and laugh at certain things that you're going through. It just seems so surreal. It's just like, wait, what? It's like every month it's just like something's happening, or you know, a lesson is happening, and you're like, yo, what is going on? Is the universe playing this prank on me? What the hell is going on? Hey Sean, thank you. Samantha says, first time catching a live in a while. I hope all is well with you. Hey Alicia or Alicia. I always mix that up. I'm sorry, girl, if I ever chop your name up. Cheers to staying positive through the storm. Yes. I'm glad I came on now because I was like, who's going to be up? Because I know I got work tomorrow. I know I don't got a 9 to 5 yet. So I, I'm up. Real says, I feel you. It's been real. It feels like life is at a standstill, but we gonna get through it. Yes. You know, I was just telling somebody the other day that I feel like God is saying like to just be quiet and rest, because there's just so much chaos. For a lot of us, there's a lot of chaos happening in our personal life. And then we're going through a lot here. If you're living in America, or maybe you live in another country, and there's a lot going on politically or just spiritually. And I just hear God just saying like, shh, be quiet. Like, you know how like you hear something outside and you start tiptoeing around your house and you like, let me, you know, listen. That's what I see spiritually. God is telling me. And I'm like, God, I've been quiet. Like, I've been unemployed since June. You know, I had a little summer job for like 30 days in August and September, but full time wise, I've been unemployed since June. It's like, how much rest or how much silence can a girl take? But you know, a lot is going on in this country. Those of you who live in the US, y'all already know what's going on. It's about to be a lot of changes. There's already a lot of changes. So God is just saying to just remain silent, at peace. Don't do too much moving around. Just kind of like act like we're about to enter another pandemic almost, because there's so many different changes that are occurring and is going to occur. Like, the world that you knew before is gone, and it has to get worse before it gets better. So we're really here, guys. We're really going through it. Hi to everybody in the chat. Do me a favor and click. Oh, thank you. Y'all already did. Y'all click like on the chat. But yeah, so I don't really have any like personal announcements. I'm just trying to stay afloat, trying to heal from things that I have just recently experienced. I mean, the year just started. It's only 2 months in. I already experienced some very odd things. So healing from that, watching people's character and behavior, trying to stay quiet and silent through the storm, what's going on in America and what's going on with the different changes of the climate and things like that. And that's it. I'm just trying, while I'm doing that, I'm trying to have fun as much as I can whenever I can, basically. So I just want to, I just want my light back. I just feel so like drained or whatever. I feel like I'm just starting to get a little bit of my spiritual light back because I was just so depressed pretty much. Yeah. Oh my gosh, y'all gotta get out of here. Yeah, I just got on here and I got trolls in here. Woo! Get out of here. DXR says, how do you heal? You can heal many ways, through shadow work, self-help books, getting a licensed therapist, getting a life coach like myself. You can book me. Um, First step to healing is accepting it, acknowledging it, and releasing. Healing is literally you releasing. That's it. That's all healing is. Releasing what occurred, what didn't occur, and replacing it with something healthier. Acceptance, new habits, new mindset. That's healing. When you're no longer crying over it, when you no longer are triggered by that thing, that's how you know that you're doing your healing work. Real says, it's like a baby in a womb. We want to get out of this place and be free. Yes, definitely. I wish that I had my funds, hey, gorgeous. I wish that I had my funds so I can get up out this country. And that's another thing too. Like, if you can afford it, guys, leave here. You don't have to stay here. I was having this conversation with a young lady, and she was like, I don't see how people would even have kids, right now in America. She didn't say America, right now in the world. They're so innocent. And how could people have children? And, she's a sweet girl. I have nothing against her. But I thought that was really interesting. And I was just like, I think that a lot of times people in America, you think that like what's going on in America is going on all over the world. There are people who are in other countries who are fine. They're not under these disgusting elites and governments. They're living in a jungle. They're living on an island. They're living up in the mountains. They have children. They're happy. That's all they know, and they're content. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not, there's anything wrong with having children or bringing them into this world. But, maybe not wanting to bring them to go through certain chaos, maybe you can move. Maybe you are American and your children are going to suffer, but your friend living in, I don't know, Australia, maybe they're not suffering. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's very interesting how people think that everything that is going on here is what's going on to what other people, pretty much, And I don't know. It's kind of, difficult, pretty much. And she has a young child herself. She had a kid during 2020. So it's like, what made you have a baby during the pandemic? You feel me? So it's just like, maybe that's why she's saying that, because she probably realized how much of a struggle it is because she had a kid during the pandemic. Hey, Paradigm. Not necessarily true. So let me tell you a story. So DXR says, but if you're depressed here, you're going to be depressed anywhere. Sometimes that is true and sometimes it's not. So let me tell y'all a quick story. Some of y'all already know this story because most of the stories I just recycle on my damn channel because I'd rather just save like a lot of other stories for when I write a book one day. I can't tell y'all all my stories on YouTube. So a lot of times you have situational depression, right? And that's something I've suffered from for a long time. So when I was around 21, my mom and I, we lived together with her new husband and his family. So we lived in this big ass house in Long Island, and I had my own room, and there was probably like 10 relatives that lived in this house. Now, above my room, or above our, well, my mom, her husband, and I, we lived on like the middle floor. And then in the basement, there was like his brother and his son and somebody else. I don't remember what other family member. And then above, there was another apartment where it was his brother, another brother, and his wife. Just put it that way. So all of us are living in this big ass house together. And the husband that lived above my bedroom, they would have to like come down the steps, walk by my bedroom to go out the back door to leave the house. So I used to see them all the time. So this was technically my step uncle. So the step uncle, oh, this is a perfect story to tell about frequency, right? So the step uncle, I'm thinking he looks at me like a niece. No, this man was looking at me like he wanted me, right? So I'm 21. I had just lost my virginity, just had my first heartbreak 2 years prior at 19. So I don't have any like experience with men and how men move and things like that. It's like psychologically, you get it? So this married man pursues me. Oh, I'll buy you a car. I'll get you your own apartment. I'll buy you clothes. I'll do this. Just say the word. Like, but you just can't tell my wife. I'm willing to pay for you. Like, I'm like, what? And I felt so like, uh, what is the word? Like betrayed. Like I'm looking at this man like an uncle. I used to even call him uncle. His name was Michael. I used to call him Uncle Mike. Okay, let me get these trolls out of here. Anyway, so we got to get the haters out of here. So anyway, yeah, so I fell into a huge depression, guys. I fell into a huge depression, and I went to my mom. I told my mom, hey Trey, he emailed me. He used to email me. He used to text my phone. So I showed my mom. I had proof. I had, okay, the receipts back then was email, AOL chat. I had the text message. I showed my mom. My mom was like, what? They had a talk with him. And I just fell into this deep depression. So imagine you had, hi everybody. Hey, handsome. Imagine you had to live in a house with a man where he was trying to seduce you, trying to pursue you in a sexual relationship, pretty much, because he was married. And you got to see him and his wife basically almost every day or every couple of days. So what I started doing was I would just go to like Brooklyn and like stay over other friends' homes so I can get out the house. Like it was terrible. The female cousins, his wife found out eventually. I'm not sure how his wife found out. His wife found out. She like instantly hated me and blamed me. Then the girl cousins of the family was like, oh, that we're gonna fight you, we're gonna jump you when we see you. And I'm like, what? You should be jumping him. I didn't do anything. I don't want this man. I'm 21. I don't know how old they were. I think they were like in their late 30s, almost 40 years old. I'm 21. What do I want with, to me, like an old man like that, Exactly. Yes. Simply, wife knew you're not the first. Oh, God. Let me get these damn trolls out of here. They asking some crazy ass questions. Real said, when you have that light, a lot of people will be attracted to you, even family or friends. Exactly. And the kids can even get attached to your energy. Yes. And I've experienced that. And I did a video about that, about chosen ones and our light and how people will literally be sexually attracted to us, right? So I remember like crying to my mom, like, I don't want to live here, but I had nowhere else to go, So thank God I had friends at the time. So I started like staying like at friends' homes sometime for like a week or two. And then sometimes I would come back home, when I felt a little bit better so I can spend time with my mom. Keep in mind, my mom has cancer. So I can't just abandon my mom completely. I had to come home eventually to spend time with my mom, go with her to her treatments, even though her husband was there and her mother-in-law was helping out. But I could not just move out like that. And anyway, long story short, once my mom's cancer went into remission, by the end of that year, I bought a one-way ticket to Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I had like a close friend. We were almost like best friends, a close friend. She lived in Florida and she had moved to Florida like years prior. I think she was probably on her 5th year being in Florida, right? And she was like, why don't you just come here? Like, you can come move in with me and my mom. You'll have to pay some rent and I'll get you a job at my job and you'll be good. Like, you don't have to stay there. And plus, I like really want you to move to Florida. Guys, I bought a one-way ticket to Florida and I told my mom, I am leaving. I'm leaving in 2 weeks. And she said, what? Because I knew I couldn't tell her sooner because she'll try to convince me to stay. Because my mom was very, very attached to me. Very. So she was like, all right, well, I can't, force you to stay. You're an adult, but I don't want you to go. And she was supportive, whatever. They took me to the airport. I moved to Florida, guys. I didn't even have no money in my pocket. I got to Florida. I got hired 3 days when I got there. Then people found out that I could do hair and I'm from New York and I was booked every weekend. Okay. And my life just transformed. Okay. Money was flowing. I was losing weight naturally. I was going to Miami every weekend to party. I was like living my best life. Okay. And that depression instantly disappeared. So sometimes depression, you got to move out of that environment. I was depressed because I was in a toxic environment. Okay. Depression is an energy or a spirit attached to you and is letting you know system overload. It's time to change what is going on, whatever you're doing, whatever situation you're in. We're about to break down. We can't do this anymore. And that was what I was in. I wanted to die. That might seem extreme to some people, but at the time I felt humiliated. I felt bullied. I felt hated. I was like, yo, I did not seduce this married man. I don't want him. I was dating younger guys. I didn't want this old man, old 40 isn't old, I'm 41 now. But at 21, I wasn't checking for no 41-year-old man, like, come on. So I will say this. It depends on what kind of depression you have. Some people have certain depressions where they need medication. And then other depression is because you're not moving yourself out of that relationship, out of that environment, out of that situation. Or you could be eating shit. You're not drinking your water. You're not eating your veggies. You're not eating well. And your body is making you feel depressed. You're dehydrated. You're not nurturing yourself. So yeah, in my case, no. I was extremely depressed in New York. I wanted to die. And as soon as I got to Florida, I was in heaven. I was in heaven. And I would have never came back if my mom, almost a year later, called me and told me, you need to come back to New York because I'm dying. I would have never moved back. Sometimes I regret moving back. I really should have just came to visit her, buried her, and then went back home to Florida. That's sometimes I really wish that, because I think my life would have turned out a lot differently. I think I would have been more financially stable if I stayed in Florida. But I can't go backwards, basically. So that is not true in all cases. Sometimes you're going to be depressed because you are remaining in the situation that you're in, basically. Paradigm. People are weird. Trey says Lauderdale, stand up. I just moved back from Georgia. Oh, do I have what? Not my Asian. Real says yes. Energy stagnation. Trey says, me and my daughter have moved back to Florida. Been here for a month. Oh, congratulations. We both dropped 10 pounds. I'm telling you, I know I would lose weight again if I moved back to any state or country that has sun, because when you're in that sun, you're sweating, you getting certain nutrients, you're getting energy from the sun, and you just naturally start losing weight. Also, I think the heat sometimes will suppress your appetite. Heat suppresses my appetite. Like, I tend to eat less in the summertime. I eat a lot more in the winter. Like, in the summertime, heat just like makes me gag, so I don't really eat. Like, I like to drink more like smoothies, or like eat fruit, like eat light. I don't like to eat hot food, like heavy hot food. No. So yeah, it does work. But yeah, I just had to tell that story. But yeah, sometimes you can cure your depression by changing your situation. Alicia says, yes, I'm moving to a new apartment with 4 walls of window. Ooh, you're gonna get all that sunlight. And more natural light is better for us. Yep. You need that sun. I'm telling you, you need that sun. It's so nurturing. And they effing with the weather. They're giving us all this smoke. I mean, look at all the things they've been doing. They trying to hide something in the sky. They putting all these pollution in the air and all this smog. And what is this? Like, I never seen this. I walked outside my door today in New York, and it was just like, am I in London? Like, why is it so foggy? Like, what is this? I understand snow, but it was just like a thick fog. It's weird. Oh God, get out of here. I don't want no Jesus thumpers in my life. Whew. Okay, let's see. Chemtrails. Yes. It's all kind of stuff. Chemtrails, some other stuff they putting in. Paradigm says, I'm in a similar situation. It's more so I've outgrown people, family that's not progressive and adaptable, but I don't know where to live. You'll figure it out. God will tell you where to go next. Just listen. You just got to wait, wait until it's the right timing and you got the money, and just go. But don't do what I did. That was a risk. I left. I think I only had like maybe $100 in my pocket when I moved. Don't be like me, okay? That was like 2005. Listen, I wouldn't do that now. In 2025. That was 20 years. Whoa, that's 20 years ago. Holy shit. Don't do that. That was 20 years ago, guys. Don't do what I did. Sometimes it worked out for you, but I'm telling you, I felt it in my spirit to get up and go. All right. My mom was like, you leaving in 2 weeks? What? I was like, yep. I bought a one-way ticket to Florida. And I just, even though me and the girl I was living with, we had issues because she turned out to be a weirdo. You don't know people until you live with them. But I still hung in there. I just went and made other friends and stayed away from her. And then I worked at night. I worked 11 to 7. And she worked 9 to 5. So it was like, I didn't even really see her to the weekend. So it just worked out pretty much. I would have stayed, but my mom was passing away, unfortunately. And I'm here in New York. I mean, God did bless me with a house that's paid off later on, years later. So I guess everything happens for a reason, right? Everything happens for a reason. Maybe it's meant for me. Maybe it was meant for me to be here. Who knows? I just know I want to get the fuck up out of here. Brooklyn in the house. Queens in the house. Fort Lauderdale in the house. Basically. But yeah, so I want to talk about looks versus frequency, right? And, I'm just so annoyed with spiritualists that, spew certain things. Even I have said certain things in the past that I look back now and I'm just like, I don't think I explained it very well. So what? Steve says, so God paid your house off? Introduce us? Introduce you to who? Introduce you to who? Yeah, I got blessed. I got a house and an inheritance. That's all I gotta say. That's all the information I got for you. But yeah, so um I always hear people say, like, it's your frequency. People are mistreating you because it's just your frequency. And this is starting to piss me off, right? Introduce you to God. God is there. All you got to do is just talk to God. God is everywhere. God's supposed to be within you, outside of you, in the stars, in the sun, in the moon. I can't introduce you to God. You got to go to God yourself. All right. Let me get these trolls out of here. She said, oh God, trolls are coming. Right? Exactly. But anyway, so this is something that has been really pissing me off. Really, I'm not saying that it's triggering me. Oh, that's good, Steve. I'm not saying that it's triggering me, but it's just pissing me off because I wish that more spiritualists will be honest. So mine, I don't know what this is. Mine yours. Mine yours says they always have excuses after people tell them stop and it's not worth it and don't do it, and they keep doing the chosen ones wrong. They about to find out. I hear that. Hey, plant seeds, how you doing? Yeah, but anyway, I'm just getting a little distracted here. But yes, so this is something that I think needs to be explained more, right? So hit 1 if you think the average human being judges people based on looks, meaning appearance. It could be their attractiveness or it could just be their physical appearance, maybe what they have on. So hit 1 if you think human beings judge most of the time based on looks first, and or hit 2 if you think people judge more based on frequency. So 1 on looks/appearance, or 2 frequency. I seen all these ones. uh Hey Veronica. I always see you in my comments. Thanks for the love. Oh my God, let me get this. What? There ain't no 3. What are you talking about? We gotta get Steve out of here. Steve is tripping. And we're gonna get this out of here. Okay. What? Okay. Yeah. So I see y'all put in more 1s. Okay. So I see more 1s. So Alicia says 1 because people are shallow. And everybody's most people are putting 1. Okay. I thought I was tripping. Plancy says 1. Humans judged by the mental eyeball first impression. A lot of people are not tuned and tapped in, turned on. They're tapped in and not turned on. Okay, exactly. Love the hat. Thank you. Now, the reason why I wear these berets is because this was my mother's signature look. My mom used to wear a lot of fedoras and berets. So when you see me with this is me channeling my mommy, not channeling the French, okay? My mom used to wear these, and this was like really popular back in the 90s. But my mom used to wear these, and my mom's birthday was Valentine's Day. So I just decided to wear this so I could feel a little bit closer to my mommy, okay? Um, let's see. Mine yours says they eyes be giving them away. Positively says right, shallow and superficial. Real says that third eye, the third eye is closed or close. Mind yours says they out of touch. Thank you. It's cute regardless. No, I'm just saying that because there's trolls in the chat talking about my hat. Okay. So yes, I agree with you guys. I think that I think the average human being, especially the average low vibrational human being that you come across, the ones you come across at work, you're walking down the street, you go into the post office, the grocery store, like the average human being, you don't walk to me, and I live in New York City. I don't walk by super high frequency people. And when I'm telling you, when I do come across people with high frequency, I literally go, who is that? I'm like feeling their frequency and I'm looking like, who is that? Who is that? There's actually this guy, him and I follow each other on TikTok. I think his name is Galactus. I think that's what he goes by, Galactus. And he does these seminars and he is really in tune. Okay, this brother is powerful. One day I was in Harlem and I was at this festival and I was looking down at the ground and I just felt this beautiful energy, like powerful warrior energy. And I looked up and I turned to my left and I saw his fine ass. I said, I knew it. It had to be somebody powerful that was around me. And I didn't say anything to him. I just looked at him and he was walking with his African garments on and his long walking stick. And I was just like, look at this king. Whoa, I felt his frequency before I even, saw him. But that's because I'm in tune. Most people that you meet on an everyday basis, they're not in tune to frequency. They're going to make judgment based on looks. Okay, I'm just reading the comments. So, this is something that I notice, but I keep seeing a lot of spiritual videos from different type of spiritualists that be like, oh, people treated you this way because of your frequency. People said this to you because of your frequency. No, that's not the case all the time. Thank you, Kate. And yes, hit the thumbs up, guys. You said Paradigm said, I hope to pass by you one day. Manifest it. Manifest it. Real says the key is to be self-aware. Very true. So I had did a video talking about, my content is not really about being a plus size woman, but I have a couple of videos on my channel about being a plus size woman. So I notice every time I do a video about being plus size, people always try to belittle that experience, right? As if plus size people, fat people, big people, thick people, whatever you consider overweight people to be, whatever name you use, whatever description you use, they act like they're not mistreated. The average big person is mistreated. That's like saying the average dark-skinned person isn't mistreated. Like the average black person isn't mistreated. So a bigger person doesn't have to do anything to be discriminated against. They're just being. They're minding a big ass business, okay? And I know this because I've experienced this. There's been times where I've been mistreated just because of how I look, because of my weight. And then there's been times where I've been treated very well, despite no matter how big I am. And then I've seen people who are dark skinned being mistreated. What frequency are they giving off? You can be big and confident, and people will still mistreat you based on your looks. Okay. Perfect example. Like when you go to clubs like in Miami, or, sometimes here in New York or Cali or anywhere, all the Vegas, are those women not getting in the door because they're dark skinned, or because they gave off a frequency that they don't belong in there? Or those women, or those big women, not getting in a club because they big, because of how they look, or because they're giving off a frequency? So I don't like when spiritualists put this bullshit out. The truth is, you will be judged based on your looks. Is it your fault? No. There's going to be evil and wicked people. There's going to be people who like you and who dislike you. But to label every experience based on frequency is bullshit. It's not real. It's not. Oh my God. Let me get these people out of here. These damn trolls. I'm sorry, Latangela. I'm sorry that happened. Alicia says, sometimes bad things happen to good people. Alicia says, I think people saying that bad things happen to you because of your frequency is trying to get you to blame yourself. Exactly. Which I find to be almost gaslight. Yes, I feel like these people, a lot of times, they're gaslighting you because they want to mistreat you too. And this is like a narcissistic tactic. So I've noticed a couple of people who I'm like cool with online saying this, and I'm looking at them sideways like, huh? And it's like, let me tell you something. There's been people, right? They don't realize that I'm a plus size woman who's confident. They've tried to test my confidence. They fucked around and found out, right? They just took a look at me and said, yeah, I could probably get over on her, or use her, or say whatever I want to her. But yet they tested me. They didn't get the ass from me. They tested me. They didn't get the money from me. They tested me, and, they almost got their head knocked off. Just by looking at me, they thought I was insecure. But then they fucked around and found out, and they got checked. So there are going to be people, no matter how high your frequency is, guys, no matter how kind or empathetic or sweet, no matter how you treat them, no matter how well you treat people, they're still going to test you. It doesn't matter. And that's why you have to stay spiritually alert at all times. Even if you are the most finest, the slimmest, the fittest, the best looking, you are America's beauty standard, or you make a lot of money, or you're a professional, people are still going to test you. It's not always about your frequency. And today, a lot of people are not even tapped in. They can't even sense frequency. Even when I make people uncomfortable, they get confused, right? Because in their mind, I don't fit. In their mind, I don't fit the look of who would make them feel triggered and uncomfortable in my presence. So they start questioning me. Oh, what do you do for a living? What kind of car do you drive? And where you from? And who are your parents? They don't want to believe that I can make them uncomfortable in my presence. So it's got to be something else. She's got to be wealthy. She's got to have money. There's got to be something about this woman. It can't just be her. Even when people feel uncomfortable, they don't even know what they're sensing from you. Even when your frequency makes them uncomfortable, even when your frequency triggers them, they can't handle it. They got to make it superficial. They got to make it, something's on the surface here. How come I feel so triggered by this person? How come I'm intimidated by this person? And then sometimes they'll even make it your problem. They'll try to humble you, dull your light, because they can't take your frequency. They can't even be around your light. Okay, let me get these trolls up out of here. Woo! Okay, wait, let me see. All right, let me get these people out of here. Get these trolls up out of here. Goodbye. And this person says that nobody cares, right? If nobody cares, the person said, oh, you think that people care about you. If you don't care, why are you fucking with me? Huh? I don't fuck with people who I don't care about. I don't ask people questions. I don't approach random strangers and ask them questions. If you don't care about these individuals, why are you fucking with them? Why are you talking to them? Why are you interviewing them? Why are you projecting on them if you don't care? People who don't care mind their fucking business, right? I'm just not understanding that. So I'm not buying that. If you don't care, why are you in people's business who you don't know? That doesn't make any sense. So Ghost Shorty says, what if you attract people who are guarded about love? Now, we could talk about that on the frequency level. So when you are attracting people who are guarded about love, it can mean that you're really guarded about love, right? So a lot of times you do attract who you are internally, because if you were free, right? If you didn't have fear to love, why wouldn't you be attracting people who aren't afraid to love freely as well? So I need you to go back. How were you raised? See, this is how you analyze what type of situation you're dealing with, if you're dealing with looks or if you're dealing with frequency. So if you're always attracting people who's fear of love or guarded about love, a lot of times you might you desire love, but you may subconsciously feel like you don't deserve love. You might be guarded, or you may not love yourself. So sometimes your frequency will attract your match. You're guarded about love. You go, no, I want a relationship. I want to be loved. You want to be loved, but you're guarded. You're scared. Because if your heart chakra was open and if you were healed, you will be pulling in people who love you. And I've been through this before. Like when I had daddy issues and I didn't realize I had daddy issues, I always used to attract third-party situations. Every guy I met was married, had a baby mama, had a girlfriend. Oh, I'll leave my wife for you. I'll leave my girlfriend for you. I'll leave my baby mama for you. And I'm like, what is going on? Even my first love, he left a girl, got with me, then cheated on me with her, and then was like, okay, I'll leave her alone. I want to be with you. You're the person I want to be with. So I had to do a lot of healing work because my father didn't teach me confidence. My father didn't teach me love through him. So your parents are the first people, your guardians are the first people who teach you ways of loving. And sometimes they do the best they can. Sometimes your parents, they weren't negative people, but they couldn't show you how you're supposed to be loved in a healthy way. So you mimic that in your romantic relationships. So you got to do the digging, do your shadow work, do your healing work, or seek a therapist or a life coach, someone who can help you, guide you through it, to figure out where's this stemming from. That's where shadow work comes in. You peel the layers. Where's this coming from? Why am I always attracting people who are guarded? What's going on here? Gorgeous says, make it make sense. Veronica says, right. It's the same thing. The same daddy issues and the same mommy issues. It doesn't matter where you got the wound from, mommy wound or daddy wound. It's the same impact. Even if your mother didn't love you, you can still have romantic relationship issues. You know, I had a narcissistic father and I had a codependent mom. So it was like I was getting abused, but I was still kind to the abusers. You get it? Because I had a codependent mom. So it was just like people were abusing me, but I was still being kind to the abuser. I was still letting them stay there. So yes, it doesn't matter. You can have a mother wound or you can have a father wound. You have to go and you need to heal the mother wound or the father wound, because we learn to love through our parents or our guardians. Ashley, how are you? She said, I caught you. Whoop, whoop. Yes. So if you attract abusive people, you have to understand, guys, we are all mimicking, right? This is frequency. This is frequency talk, okay? So if you keep attracting abusers, the same kind of woman, the same kind of man, you are mimicking what you saw when you were a child. Or you're mimicking the same love scenario that you're used to. So my father, he was a Sagittarius. He was always everywhere but with me. Okay. He traveling to other states. You know, he with this woman, that woman, he all over the damn world, Carmen Sandiego, right? And then when he needed to come pick me up and spend time with me, he wouldn't give me that love. He wouldn't give me that attention. So when I got older, there were guys who were crazy about me. I didn't want the guys who were crazy about me. I wanted the men who were running from me so I can mimic the same situations that my dad used to put me in. I couldn't win my dad over, so I got to win this man over. And that's the reason why a lot of people, you attract abusive men and women, because you're just mimicking the same scenario that you used to do with your mom and your dad or whoever you grew up with. Or you were raised and they didn't teach you nothing. So you're not ready for the demons. You're not ready for the vultures. You don't understand. You don't have the power. You don't have the wisdom. You don't have the self-esteem, the self-love to combat these demons. And you'll keep dating demons. You'll keep dating narcissists until you get it right. Then when you get it right, you're going to be disgusted by narcissists, disgusted by men and women who put their hands on you. That's how you know you leveled up. Now, those situations are frequency situations, but there are moments where you can be a high vibrational person. Like I've done a whole lot of healing work, right? I attract everybody. I attract good people. I attract demons. I attract narcissists. I attract everyone. But do I entertain all of those people? No, I don't. So it really is up to you. It really is up to you in what kind of experiences you need to catapult you to the next level of who you are. Okay, but you can be a healed person and still attract narcissists. You can be a healed person and still attract demons. But are you entertaining them though? We're going to keep going through certain situations Hey, Free, we're going to keep going through certain situations until we get it. Because my mother, she attracted men who used to knock her head between a washer and dryer. I ain't never had a man put his hands on me. So what does that say? There was something that my mom went through. There was something that my mom went through to why she thought it was okay for men to put their hands on her. But there's something in me that I don't track men who put their hands on me. You get what I'm saying? So we all have our different journey. Okay. Ghost Shorty says, because the father was financially abusive and verbally abusive. I knew a woman who grew up with an abusive father and the independent mother, and she became super independent. Yeah, that's kind of like me. I grew up in a home like that where my mom didn't have to work. She was very, very busy. You know, she wasn't sitting on her ass. She was cooking and cleaning and decorating and planning and doing this. And she held 3 positions in the church. And my mom was always exhausted. I don't even know how she stayed beautiful. She was always exhausted, always doing something, you know. And that does happen. And yeah, I became super independent as well, because that means I learned the reason why that woman, when she grows up in that type of dynamic, she becomes super independent, because she learns that her mother was being abused and she doesn't want that to happen to her. So it's better to be self-sufficient, right? You're not supposed to do the same things your mother did. You know, I don't think there was anything wrong with my mom being in a marriage where she didn't have to pay bills. But I do think there was something wrong where she didn't save money. You know, she had talent. My mom used to be able to cook. Oh my gosh. My mother could have sold plates. I mean, when my mom used to cook, she used to make fresh juices and lemonades and teas. My mother could have opened a restaurant. That's how good her cooking was. People used to be moaning. I think they was having an orgasm at the table. I was looking like, why they eating her food like that? I was so used to it. My mother could have opened a restaurant. She could have baked. She could make things from scratch. She could have made money and saved it just in case something happened, you know? So there's nothing wrong with of the father taking care of the household, but the mother needs to plan for a rainy day. That shit would never happen to me. For one, I don't even want marriage, but I would never let a man take away my financial independence. No, he would have to be paying into like a retirement plan. I would never let a man take over fully financially if he wasn't putting money into an account only I had access to where I can save just in case you want to switch me out with another woman, or you think you about to leave me and my kids. I ain't got no kids, but I'm just saying, you have to plan for a rainy day. Or hey, he might die. Then what you gonna do if he just dies? You know, of course, hopefully you have life insurance and you're on it. Well, my mom was raised by a narcissist. You know, my mom had 2 narcissistic parents, and you know, it was a different time. You know, being born in different eras. Ooh, it's cold. Hold on a minute. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Sorry, I had to cut that heat on. I have a little heater in my bed. Being born in different time eras too, or being raised by different people, you think certain things are correct. All right. My mother didn't raise me that way, but at the same time, she was raised that way, where she believed that the man is supposed to be the head of the household. That's what she saw. I saw that too. And there's nothing wrong with that. And even I attract providers. The person I see right now, he is a provider type. Like, if he would get married, he wants to pay 100% of the bills. He likes a domesticated woman. He would want his wife, she can do whatever she wants to do, like to make side money, but he wants to be 100% of the provider. You know, some people are just raised like that. And there's nothing wrong. If you want to go 50-50, go 50-50. But there's some people in different cultures, or they were raised differently, where they have gender roles. And there's nothing wrong with that. But as a woman, you better have plan B. And then people will say, well, you don't need plan B because then that means you think you're going to get divorced. That's like raw dogging life and not having life insurance. That's like driving a car with no insurance. What? That sounds stupid. Everybody believe in insurance, right? Everybody believe in having money coverage, but when it comes to marriage, they don't believe in coverage. That's a bunch of bullshit. Who's tainted in front end? I'm so confused right now. I gotta get you out of here because you're not a person for my channel. I've already told the story of my abuse. The first video on my channel is about the man that raised me, who was an abuser. Get the fuck off my channel. You're talking and you don't know me. You come on one live and think you know me. Get your fucking ass out of here. People be yapping and you don't even know the creator. You don't know me. You come see one live or one video and you think you know the whole story. What are you, Inspector Gadget? Get the fuck out of here. Excuse my language, guys. I hate when people do that. Oh, I think it was like this. Like they're so intelligent. Like what? Like people be thinking like you didn't tell your story. Like I never told my story on my channel over and over and over again. Like they be thinking see, yeah, she fronting, she lying. Negro, I have a whole heap of videos about narcissistic abuse. Like these people be thinking they know something, like they just figured something out. Like I'm hiding something. Like my whole life is on this channel. Get the hell out of here. Anyway, no, I have to say that because these people think they so intelligent. They be thinking they so smart and they Inspector Gadget and they figured something out. Like you didn't figure nothing out, dummy. I also want to say thank you to 7,000 subs. I hit 7,000 subs. So thank you so much for all the support. Let's see if you can get me to 10,000. This will be my 10th year on this channel. And see if you can get me to 10,000 before I leave YouTube. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know, a Leo moon just passed, so I'm very fiery. I'm a Leo, so I'm very fiery. So expect a lot of cursing. A lot of cursing and a lot of, you know, I'm just very fiery right now. I'm not with the bull. I ain't with the BS. Okay? Leos, we don't like that. We don't like nobody saying we faking, we fronting, and we did. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't nothing fake over here, baby. I tell my story and my truth on here. Free says, then they hide behind no picture. Punk, they can't deal. What's that? The Bostonians. Oh, yeah. The New Yorkians. Loud. That's right. You in Boston, right? Oh, you a Leo too, Adrian? July 26th. Oh, 84. I thought it was 74. I'm about to say, okay, 74. I'm about to say, how was the 70s? Thank yous for the congratulations. I appreciate it. Thank you for the compliments as well, guys. They're just weirdos. But yeah, going back, thank you for the compliment. Going back to the frequency. So, yes, you're going to be judged sometimes based on your looks. Actually, you're going to be judged by your looks all the time. I'm letting you know that right now. You're going to be judged by your looks all the time. And I find this very funny because a lot of people they miss out on a lot of great people, and they miss out on a lot of opportunities, right? But I'm going to challenge y'all to start trying to practice reading people in public. So if you're in public, try to read people's frequency. Watch how they talk, close your eyes, feel how they make you feel, and see if you can kind of internally take note of how that person made you feel. When you're walking in a grocery store, this is the stuff I do. Excuse me. This is the stuff that I be doing when I'm in public. I'm always doing some like spiritual exercise to like play around with my intuition or my spiritual gifts. Okay. Yeah, I'm a Capricorn rising. How you know that? You said do a video on Cancer men. I think I have a Cancer man video up there already. How do you do that? I'm telling you how I do it. Yeah, so I play around. This is how I trained reading people. So I do have ADHD, so my brain works a little differently, but my brain like records people's energy. Like, okay, I remember this person spoke like this, or this type of spirit was like this. This person did this person spoke this way. This person their eyes twitched a certain way, right? I remember during summertime when I worked at the US Open, and I remember like this girl I met. I think I told you about her. It was a white girl. We hung out maybe once, went to dinner, and she was talking, and I noticed every time she was talking, she kept doing this. And I was like, yo, what is that? She'll be like, yeah, girl, I'm about to go to the bathroom. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And no one noticed. Like nobody was like noticing that she was tapping her head. Like I pay attention to details like this. So I started asking her questions. I was like, yo, are you autistic or something? And she was like, yeah, how you know? And I was just like, oh, okay. You know, I started paying attention to her. You laughing. I started paying attention to like her body language and the different things she was doing. Pay attention. I'm telling you, you're going to pick up on people. Like you could be seeing somebody and they tapping like 3 times, or they be like this, or they be like this, or they do something like their body language is different or off. And not that mean they crazy, but there's something there that's letting you know what kind of spirit they have or what kind of brain pattern they have. So I pick up on body language. I pick up on what is it? Like a pattern system. Pay attention to this. Look at people's eyes when they're talking. Watch people's body language when they're lying, when they're telling the truth. Like see people's tone changing when you're around somebody. Does it seem cold in the room, or when they're talking, did their body heat change? I pay attention to all this shit. This is how I know when people's lying to me. Even on the phone, can you hear them breathing faster when they're talking to you? The way they're texting, or they short texting you. Do they use the same lingo that they normally use? You can feel energy. Learn to start reading energy, guys. Start writing these things down. If you're not that kind of person who your brain can record these things, start writing it down so that way you can see it. Sometimes you have to see things on paper so you can memorize it. And this is how I started being able to categorize people like, Yep, alcoholism. Yep, perversion. Yep, narcissism. Yep, psychopath. Yep, sociopath. Because John did this and Mark did this, and they're all the same. They're all same spirit. And eventually you will be able to pick up, wait a minute, so and so did the same shit. Let me take a look at them. Let me get to know them a little bit. And you start to be able to see the patterns in all these different people. Now, don't get me wrong, there's thousands of demons, but on an average basis, you're going to come across the same ones. These people funny as hell in these comments. Okay. What? Who are you talking to, Ray? Rayshard? How tall is who? You sound like a good investment. You must be trying to talk to Go Shorty. Gorgeous says, I can feel the energy when I leave my house. It'd be too much sometimes. I'd be like, let me hurry up and get home. Yep. That is so true. Paradigm says, I usually scope the area and tell who's benevolent or not. Yeah, I really do feel bad when people cannot read energy. I feel bad for those people because especially now they're going to be in a lot of harmful, dangerous situations if they cannot read energy. What? Oh, Lord. Capricorn is the best. Y'all right. LaJordan, usually the women I hang with end up giving me the jealous energy or exclude me. So if you're a type of person that like you always attract people who are jealous of you, for some people, and this is also something I feel like in spirituality people don't tell the truth. I'm gonna do a short video about that. Like some of us will always attract jealous people because of just who we are. From the time you're a child to the time you're gonna take your last breath on this earth, that is just what's part of your calling. People are naturally going to be jealous of people who have a higher frequency, or people listen to them when they speak, or they have a following, or they have leadership skills, they have spiritual gifts. People are always going to be jealous of those individuals. People are always going to be jealous of you if you have something that they cannot go into the store and buy. That's the highest form of jealousy. Of course, people could be jealous of you because you got money and different things like that. But that type of jealousy that you cannot buy self-love overnight. You cannot buy swag. You cannot buy, personality. Those are things that are given to you or you've worked to get. All right. So if you are a person who has an amazing personality, you have powerful energy, you are nobody to fuck with in the spirit realm, you're always going to have jealous people. You just have to be aware, spiritually aware and equipped at all times. I'm just like used to it now. It's like it just comes with the territory. I'm okay with it. I'm comfortable with it. It's a little bit annoying, but I mostly laugh at it now than it used to really, really bother me when I was younger. Now it's like, whatever, another one bites the dust. But because you're so used to people being jealous of you, you kind of expect it. So if you're somebody who's trying to manifest friends, you need to tell yourself a different storyline. Like when you're meeting people, you need to be like, everyone loves me. Nobody is jealous of me. The next person I meet, the next woman I meet, the next man I meet, they're going to love me. They're going to have my same frequency. Sometimes your brain is so set on everybody's jealous of me, I never have no friends, that you're just stuck in that mode. Start believing that you can have good friends. Maybe good friends will manifest for you that way. Sometimes we believe that narrative that we'll never find someone. You might not have a group of friends one day, but see if you can start off by trying to manifest at least one. Write down what kind of friend you want. How you want them to look, how you want them to talk, and how you want them to treat you. Where do you want to meet them? Start manifesting that person. They will come. I've manifested friends. I've manifested people before, lovers and everything, and they came. Just be very detailed. Very detailed. Whew, let's see what y'all saying. Okay, let me get to these trolls out of here. It's a good thing. I mean, having trolls is a good thing. You collect Leos. What? You collecting Leos like stones? What the hell? Ashley says, yup, you're right. That's right. And I'm a girl's girl. I used to just hang around guys. What? Lady Gaga? Who the heck? Yo, have y'all seen Lady Gaga? She looks dead. Is it just me, or like a lot of celebrities look dead? Like they look like corpses. Any of y'all notice that? These people be looking like corpses. Like, and I'm like, no one's looking, like they look like mummies. They look dead. What's going on? Oh, you went to Empire Beauty? Oh wow. I went there, but it wasn't called Empire Beauty. It was called LIBS, LIBS back in the day, Licensed Institute of Beauty Sciences. I went there in 2001 to 2002. I don't know, one person from beauty school. Interesting. I'm glad you left with them. Handsome says, I'm used to the jealousy, LOL. No, I don't have no moderator. It's all good. Guys, when the trolls come in, just write troll. That's it. Don't respond to them. Don't give them no energy, because I'm going to see it eventually. It's all good. Oh, Lord, you a Sag, Ray? Oh, no. Yes, handsome. She's one of them. Ariana Grande. They look dead. I'm like, are they alive? This person looks dead. And who's that? The black lady, the woman who's from London. She looks dead. Am I tripping? And your favorite girl, I'm not even going to say her name. Did you see her? She looks dead too. What happened to them? It's scaring. Free says, I blocked a lot of these people out here. They're crazy, yo. Ashley says, you got too much Botox. Her face is stiff and tight. They just look like corpses. I don't even know if it's surgery. They just look dead. Even in their eyes, they're like, what the hell? Thanks for the love, Ray. But stay focused. Stay full focus. You like Sagittarius, man? Go shorty. Oh, Ray, they go your boo in the chat. What? These people, these trolls are funny. Let me take some trolls out of here. Latangela says, you are so right when you said that you can't buy class and a great personality. Nope. Alicia says, they do look rough. Tabloids say it's people taking Ozempic too far. Man, I wish I had me some Ozempic. You think it's Ozempic for all of them? That don't look like no Ozempic. That look like crack. That look like crack cocaine. I don't think that's Ozempic. That's something else. That look like it's not the skin. It's not just the skinniness. They look like they was like tortured, like like they was strapped in a chair, and then like they had that thing on top of their head or something, and it was being zapped. They look like they don't look right. There's something off. And I can't believe it. They're just walking around with their gowns and suits on, and no one, oh my God, they look so. No, they don't. They look like they was killed and brung back to life. You know what I'm trying to say? It don't look, no. Even their eyes, they look bugged out. It looked like crack cocaine in mind control. Ah! It's crazy looking. Ray knows beauty. When he sees it, Leo Queen. Y'all are too funny. They look gray. Alicia, I agree. It looks like more than that. Yes, and it's spiritually like it looks like what? Like what? Did they? What is going on with these people? And then I saw that picture of B and Alicia Keys, and everyone's like, "No, they're 40. I'm 41. I don't look like that." What? What is going on? No. 40s is young still. No, 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 no. And they're millionaires. No, excuse me, billionaires. They have access to all the creams and I don't. They have all the best foods and massage therapists and creams and doctors and holistic this, and they looking like crackheads. They looking like psychosis. They looking like they popping crazy pills. Woo! Something ain't right. And people's like, no, they're so beautiful. They're in their 40s. 40-year-olds look like that. No, they do not. Not no black 40-year-olds. They don't look like that. Not billionaires. They're not supposed to look. You know what's scary? I didn't think about this. So you know how like when people play with demons, like they play with spirits, they get their beauty taken from them, right? And a lot of times what happens is you'll start to see like the old lady, like they really not young. Oh, this is so fucking scary. So it's like they've been here for centuries. So now like their youth is wearing off, and now you're starting to see like who they are truly spiritually. A lot of them are ancient. So you're really seeing old ladies, or you're seeing old men, and it's like their bodies look young, but you're seeing like all these wrinkles and creases and stuff because spiritually they old. They're old, they're ancient, they're ancient demons. That's what it is. I'm telling you. That ain't normal. That ain't no natural aging. I'm telling you, that shit looks scary. Like, what the hell? That accent. You know what's funny? When you're in New York, no one around you sounds like they have an accent. You know, so like your people don't sound like you have an accent. I don't really notice I have an accent until like I go down south or something, and then everyone's like, say coffee, you know, say car, say corner store, you know. I don't really notice my accent. Latangela, don't take that. It mess with your bones. That Ozempic is not. You think I'ma really tell y'all if I get on Ozempic? I'm not gonna tell y'all. Y'all just gonna see me coming on here looking skinny. First of all, my insurance does not cover Ozempic. Trust me, baby. I tried. My insurance does not cover it. It will cost me, I think, $1,700 a month, which I cannot afford. I don't even have a job, so that ain't happening. Okay. Veronica says, nothing surprises me anymore. No telling what's going on. Free says they got a day release from the morgue. Right? Industry traumatizes them. Exactly. I think they got clones of a lot of them too. That's why they can't. There's no way their body's got to break down. There's no way some of these celebrities have clones, because you got to think about it. They get sick, they break down, they're doing so many shows. There's no way their body can survive that, you know? Alicia says, you sell your soul and there will be signs. Yes, I'm telling you. And you know how, like they say, we're in the age of Aquarius, the veil has lifted. So now we're going to be able to see more. I've always been able to see this, probably since I was like a teenager, but it's more potent now. Because I was looking like, what? First of all, I'm 41. I'll be 42 this year. They're like 44. They're only 2 years older than me. They should not be looking like that. I don't look like that with my makeup off. Y'all see me with my makeup off. I don't look like that. And they're billionaires. They eat way better than me. They get massages, they nails done, their hair done. They get facials, all of that. That's spiritual, baby. Let's see. Yes, the overcomer says, seeing the entity that's attached to them. Yup. Jessica says, please stop the drugs. Who's on drugs? I'm not on drugs. I wish I had the Ozempic or that Wegovy so I can lose this 50 pounds. Latangela says, maybe they're stressed from working in the entertainment industry. Look at Michael Jackson, guys. Yeah, they that's true. They are puppets and they are slaves. I'm not saying you're lying. The industry lies, by the way. Yep, that's true. Oh my God. Jessica, I've been big all my life, baby girl. Hereditary. My daddy was a big person, so genetically, I became a bigger person. And then 3 years ago, I lost 85 pounds. Yeah. So I would like to lose some more. Yeah, some people aren't just big because they eat. They're big because it's genetics. What are my thoughts on being an empath? We'll get to that. You said you sold your soul and had a bunch of, nope, I won't be reading that. You got to get out of here. You tripping. All right, Jessica. The video is about looks and frequency. We ain't going to be sitting here talking about my looks all night. Okay. Thank you for the $4.99 free. Appreciate you, girl. Thank you, love. Oh, yes. I've been talking for 1 hour and 23 minutes. Y'all already know the drill. If y'all don't know the drill, it's because maybe you have not been on my channel. So I don't work for free. I don't talk for free. So if you can't afford it, please send me a donation. My Cash App is $thelight777. My Zelle and PayPal is neoangie3000 at yahoo.com. It's already in the description bar in this video. Thank you very much. You also can book a phone session with me to talk about anything. And after the live, I will put how you can book a phone session with me in the comment section. All right, Ray. Why you want me to talk about? Well, you don't want to comment to that in my other video that had nothing to do with Onijah Robinson. I don't know where that lady is at. First of all, Onijah is bipolar. She is on medication. That will explain her sporadicness, her manicky energy, the fact that she can do all of that and just freely be okay with acting out or having these antics. You know, I'm sure when she's medicated, she probably still has a great personality, but that is psychosis, guys. All right. So I don't know where she's at. The last time they said she got off the plane in Dubai. I know she's from New York, but I don't know why people want me to comment on that just because she's from New York. I mean, I just want her to get the good mental health that she needs. Her son did a video. He's concerned. He wants her to come back home. She needs to bring her ass home and get on her medication and relax. That's what I want for her. And I don't know. Hopefully she's alive because she's been missing for a couple of days now, or at least off social media. Okay. That's all I really think about it. I don't really have any. I think she's funny. I like all the memes, all the jokes about her. But honestly, it's not funny because she really is mentally ill and she needs to be on meds and she needs to be taking care of herself. So I hope that she did not get hurt in Dubai, and I hope she makes it back to America safely to her family. And I hope she never does this again. But at the same time, it would be pretty cool if she makes a couple of $1,000s off everything that she's been through. Let her get the talk shows and, the merch, and, it'd be great for her to make the money from what she experienced, But at the same time, I think that she needs to get on her meds and get her shit together. Oh boy. What? Ashley, I got you on my upcoming check. Ashley, hush your mouth. Girl, you always bless me all through the years. Thank you so much, though. I mean, that really shows you she is mentally ill. Why would she be talking to a 19-year-old? Nobody, unless you're a predator, nobody in their right mind, no grown-ass woman is gonna sit there talking to a child. She's not mentally well. You can see it. You can look at the spirit in her eyes. So it's not like it's made up. You can see that spirit in her eyes that she's off mentally. She's off the rocker. As soon as I saw her, I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, this is her. Oh yeah, she batshit crazy. Yeah. So when, oh my God, did y'all hear about that story? Oh, it was on TikTok. So listen, I'm not trying to, make anybody, because I know there's some people on my channel who suffer with bipolar or schizophrenia or different type of mental illnesses, but you need to be taking your meds. You need to be seeking help. Okay. So this girl, she told a story how she put her sister in prison, and it was, I think it was like it was her sister's birthday. So the one that was mentally ill, it was her sister's birthday. So she drives to the sister's house and she's like, where you been? Because she was missing. She disappeared for a couple of hours or a day or so. And then she finally, was at the house. And when she came into the car, she was all snotty nose, her hair was a mess and everything. So she said, well, go in the house, get dressed. I'm going to take you to the Dominican salon and get your hair done. And the girl just like disappeared. So the sister goes in the house and something says, look through the sister phone. So the mentally ill sister left her phone in the house. Thank God she did. Guys, when the sister went through the phone, why did she find child in the phone? She used to babysit her nieces and nephews. Why was she selling child to the black market? So she was essaying her nieces and nephew. Oh my God. So please, guys, if you have anybody in your family who is mentally ill, you cannot trust them with your children. You cannot trust them in your home when they're not medicated, when they're not getting help. And I'm like, why would she trust this girl who's manicky and not on her meds. Why would you trust her with your baby girl? 1-year-old child. She SA'd the baby. You know, and this is a Black family, and this goes on a lot in Black families. I notice, oh yeah, they a little off the rocker, they a little crazy. No, they need help. You cannot trust them, because see what happens with people who are suffering with mental illness, spirits can attach to them because they're not in their right mind. When a person is suffering with mental illness, they're not in their right mind. Their mind and their soul is not connected. Right? So these dark entities can attach to them and control them to do things. That's why you hear those stories of like people when they're like, oh my gosh, I blacked out. I don't remember doing that. Because at that moment, that spirit was able to jump in their body, act out whatever it needed to act out, and then leave. And now they're back. You cannot. So if you have a child, an older child, a younger child who's mentally ill, you cannot trust them with your children. Do not leave them with your kids. I'm telling you that. Don't go to sleep. I'm sorry. If I don't care. If I was a mother and I had a child, I would get them. I would see if they can get an exorcism, and if they couldn't get an exorcism, I would put them in a facility, because you're risking your life. Anyone that's dealing with psychosis, demons can attach to those people and act out. I'm telling y'all, already know how I go through. I live with somebody like that. I sleep with knives, all kind of stuff. My door is locked, all of that. You cannot trust them. You can't, because they will harm you and they don't remember nothing. But long story short, she pressed charges against her sister. They found her sister, and now her sister's in prison. I think her sister's doing 20 years or something like that. Yep. Isn't that sad? The story, you can find the story on TikTok. Find the story on TikTok. I was like, oh my gosh, yep. That story was so deep. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her, because a lot of family members, oh no, don't put them in the facility. Don't put them in jail. You know how many family members violate little kids, and they just tell you, oh, just forgive your uncle, or just forgive your aunt, or your sister, or your brother. They get crazy. They're not in their right mind. No, she put her in under the jail. She put her in prison. You cannot leave your kids with these people. LaJordan says, can you lose your looks if somebody else doing spell work on you? You mentioned earlier that if someone does spell work, they lose their looks. But if someone does it on you, you can look diminished. Yeah, of course. Yeah, people do spell work on people just for them to lose their looks. Definitely. Beauty magic, beauty spells. That happens a lot. Definitely. What about Wendy Williams? She looks good. I don't really know much. I don't know much about Wendy, but she looking good, if that really is Wendy. You know, she's gained weight back. She's looking good in the face, you know, but she's still under, I know her son stole a lot of money from her. You know, she lost a lot of control over her assets. So hopefully she's able to get control of her funds before her family run through her damn money. It's so sad. That's all I know, but I don't know too much about her. But I do wish her the best. I hope she gets it together. But at the same time, you know, Wendy's cool, but you got to understand there's going to be a high price for using your tongue to talk about people. That's spell work in itself. When you do a lot of gossiping, when you do all that talking years and years and years, she was bound to get her karma. So a lot of what you've seen Wendy going through is karmic energy, is karmic debt that she has to pay. That's how I look at it. So it's like, it's sad to see it, but then again, I understand why she's going through it. It's karmic debt she got to pay. You know, you can't, you know, your tongue is a sword. You can't go all these years with talking about people, whether it's true or not, and think that you're not going to get karma on you. It's gonna happen. So I'm not surprised, you know. And some people said they think that Wendy Williams had work done on her. I wouldn't be surprised if she had work. See, a lot of people don't believe in spell work. There's a lot of celebrities that had spell work on them, you know. I remember they said Lauryn Hill had spell work on her because, you know, she used to mess with Wyclef. And, you know, he Haitian. And they said his wife, I think she's Haitian too, she put spell work on Lauryn Hill for fucking with her husband. You know, whenever you see they going crazy, it could be spell work. So, yeah, be careful. But what happens sometimes, those people don't believe in spell work. So they don't try to counteract. They don't try to, like, you know, get it removed. They don't try to fight back because they don't believe that even exist. They be like, oh, I'm just protected. Okay. Some people be thinking they so protected when they really not. You think really? Oh, that would be messed up. Hello, Ashley. Hey, Ashley, where you been? I haven't seen you on my chat in a long time. That's crazy. How could the side chick be trying to do spell work on Wendy? Wendy should have been doing spell work on that bitch. She took her husband. Well, you can't take nobody, but you know what I'm trying to say. Jordan says she also got no friends and has abusive family. Her father had a stroke and passed away. Her mom tells her they don't get along and told her to live away from her. Mom constantly fighting with her. Well, listen. As you're making money, you can't forget to live. And that is something that a lot of people who are millionaires and billionaires, they don't have a lot of good people in their corner. And as the years were going by while they were making money, they should have been building up good relationships and friendships. And it looked like Wendy put a lot of stock in marriage and it backfired. A lot of people's like, my man, my wife. And then that same person that you were obsessing over leaves your ass high and dry, and now you don't got no friends and you don't have a support system because everything was my man. You got to understand, men and women are flighty. People fall out of love with you. When the money runs up, they fall out of love with you. When your looks dry up, they fall out of love with you. So you better get a community. You better get some friends. You better get cool with your family if they're healthy. Everything can't be about romance. Okay? Her mom passed away too, right? I thought so too. Isn't both her parents gone? Oh boy. Wendy's a Cancer. Isn't Wendy a Cancer? Wendy's a Cancer. Is the side chick a Pisces? But because I know Wendy's a Cancer. I'm not tripping. I know Wendy's a Cancer. I know Little Kim is a Cancer. And, you know, they have issues when it comes to like their looks, all that plastic surgery and stuff like that, right? Oh, okay. The side chick did a spell. Yeah, I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised. You a Cancer too? Oh, the mistress is a Pisces. Oh. Woo. I'm going to keep my mouth shut about them Pisces. It could be ruthless. Them Pisces could be ruthless, honey. They appear one way, but they're opposite. Okay, so her mom is dead and her dad is alive. Okay, gotcha. I knew one of the parents died. Oh, I heard her son stole $100,000. I was like, what? For his birthday. He was supposed to take $1,700 out of her account, and he took $100,000 out of her account for his birthday. Like, wait a minute. Huh? That is crazy. Sorry, Lord, you got to get up out of here. I don't like people putting Bible verses in my lives. Go to a Christian channel and do that. God bless you though. You a Pisces, so yeah, Paradigm, you sneaky. Paradigm, you sneaky. Trey says Pisces ain't never scared to dabble in some magic. Look at Shira 7. Oh yeah. She's a Pisces too. Yeah, Pisces are magical. But when they're dark sided, woo, you better look out, honey. And when they do shit to you, you never saw it coming. So, but I be watching them because I know how they could get. So I always see it coming. I'd be like, oh, you a Pisces? I got my spiritual eye on you. I'm watching your ass. Yep. I had a best friend. She was a Pisces from age 8 years old. She was a narcissist. She was a covert narc. But from 8 years old to about 25, 26 years old, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. That bitch was ruthless. Yep. I called them the penny loafer killers. Because they could wear a cardigan and penny loafers and you'll never see that shit coming. They will fucking kill you. I'm telling you, you better watch out. People scared of Scorpios. You better be scared of Pisces. Pisces is who you need to be scared of. They be like, hi, how you doing? And then they be like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Watch out for them. You never gonna see that shit coming. I'm telling you. You a Virgo? Yup. They always look innocent. You never see it coming. So that's my advice. You better sleep with one eye open around a Pisces. I'm telling you. And it's scary because they take you in a dream realm. And you just be walking around in that bitch. And then you wake up like, oh, this shit ain't real. The friendship don't be real sometimes. The relationship don't be real. It be fun, but it don't be real. Woo! I tell you, I know them Pisces. Woo! Oh, they something else. The Pisces men are good in the bedroom, but that's all I want them for. I'm sorry, Paradigm. They good, y'all good in the bedroom, but that's it. I will not date a Pisces because I'll be friends with a Pisces, but I would never date a Pisces. I'll never take him seriously because they always in a dream realm. And I'm not trying to walk around no dream realm and then you decide to wake up and go, who the fuck are you? I'm your woman. What you mean? Like they just, I'm telling you, man. No, thank you. I'm good. They fun, but we can have some fun, but that's about it. Alicia says, I'm a Scorpio. Oh, you a Scorpio? I didn't realize that. Alicia says, I'm a Scorpio and my only sister is a Pisces, and this is true. Thank you for confirming it. Thank you. They probably think, see, Alicia, they probably thought that you as a sister they should be watching for. They should be watching for your Pisces sister. I'm telling you. They something else, honey. No. I ain't trusting no Pisces now. We could kick it. We could be friends and stuff, but no. I trust a Scorpio way faster. I'll tell you that much. I sure would. Because once you get the Scorpio to love you, it's just a different ball game. But that Pisces, no. You be thinking y'all good, and then you be like, they did what behind my back? They said what? Oh my God, are you serious? And some of them are psychic too. Though the Pisces will psychic attack you. Woo! They'll psychic attack you. That shit is scary, yo. Y'all better be careful. Go ahead, Paradigm. You can admit who you are. Y'all be doing them psychic attacks. You be like, get out of my dream. What you doing in my dream? Yep. And they love playing. Oh, they be playing victim. They will do your ass dirty. And they'll be at the police station like, oh my God, you don't know. I was a victim. I had to kill him. Pisces. And then the cop leave and they be like, sucker. Mm-hmm. Perfect example, Rihanna. That's who Rihanna is. All right. That's a perfect example of a Pisces. I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. Trey said, I had a male Pisces enjoy my kitty so much that he said he gonna have to light a candle after me. Uh-oh. I said, or you can just ask me to be your girl. They rather move magically instead of practically. Ooh, he was trying to do some spell work on you. Latangela, yes. Yeah, Paradigm just laughing. Cause he know I'm talking a little truth here. Latangela says, yes, Capricorn, men are crazy too. I can handle Capricorn. You know, I really never had, I had a Capricorn like waste my time, but I never had a Capricorn do like some wicked shit to me. They're pretty practical in a sense, like if you give them what they want, the most they'll do is they're like, sometimes they could be like downers. Like there's this dark cloud around Cancer men sometimes. It's just like, ill, like cheer up, you know? And then they could be, their words can be like, you'll be like, do you even like me? Like they're very competitive. Like if they don't like women who got more money than them. And if they do, they just want to use her for her money. Like they don't like women who's more successful than them, who got a better car than them, better house, who's just more successful. They don't like that. They like to be the one to be the breadwinner. Perfect example of this is what's his name? Morris Chestnut is a Capricorn, and the other day they had his wife there, and he was like, yeah, we've been together for 30 years. You know, she stays at home, she takes care of everything at home. They prefer a woman at the house. They want to go out there and be in the spotlight, get the bread, bring it home. They want their wife to hold down the fort at home and stay out of the spotlight. All of a sudden, you never seen him bring his wife out all these years. All of a sudden, after 30 years they together, now you seeing his wife on the red carpet with him. That's a Capricorn. That's Capricorn, pretty much. They freaks too. They nasty. Capricorn men are nasty in the low. Mm-hmm. Handsome rude boy says, Team Scorpio. You a Scorpio? I didn't know that. Speaking of Pisces, do you think Justin Bieber got wooed? What does that mean? What does wooed mean? You said, and Pisces are so jealous and envious. It depends. If they're dark-sided, then yeah. Latangela, Pisces people be bisexual. I don't think Pisces is a bisexual sign. I would say Scorpio is more of a bisexual sign. Every time I met a Scorpio, they turn out to be bisexual. And I'm going to tell you, maybe like 80% of my Scorpio friends tried to sleep with me. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like, my Scorpio female friends always fall for me. And I'm like, stop it. We're sisters. Stop it. Get off of me. So, yeah, you got to watch out for them. Male or woman. All right. I met a lot of Scorpio men and they was on the DL. Or they like, they like both openly. To me, that's a bisexual sign. What else is a bisexual sign? I gotta think about it. I had a Pisces ex, and I think he was bi too. I would say so. I would think he was bi. But I don't think he was bi because he was Pisces. I think he was bi because he was narcissistic. And most narcissists are bisexual. Dang, go shorty, what happened? What Pisces hurt your feelings? Let's see. Stop it. Okay, go shorty, you going in on the Pisces. I'm not even going to read all these comments. Oh my gosh, you are going in. Special K says yes. Trey says they are slow. That's why we don't see it coming when they are sneaky. I don't know if they really are slow or if that's an act. Because they be acting slow. Are they really slow? I wonder. Gorgeous says, I love Capricorn men. Gorgeous, are you Leo? Capricorn's all right. They okay. I haven't dealt with a Capricorn in years. I used to track a lot of them. Not anymore. I don't track Capricorns anymore. Lately, when I meet people, I'm unfortunately seeing a Virgo right now. But I don't want to talk about it. I unfortunately am dealing with a Virgo right now. But in the last couple of years, I attract Virgos, I attract Libras, Gemini, which is really interesting. And Scorpio. So usually it's a Scorpio man, Gemini man, Virgo man, Libra man, pretty much. Oh Lord. Let me get these trolls out of here. Let's see. Real, you're a Virgo? Special K, you're a Virgo too? Teresa says, Capricorn is not easy, in my opinion. Sorry, I missed the Capricorn read. Hey, everyone, by the way. Hey. Faradine says, the slander is funny. I'm not crazy about zodiac signs like that, but I will say the intuitive abilities are there. Oh, okay, good. As long as your feelings are not hurt. Capricorns are cool. I like them. Nobody read Capricorns. I mean, I know Capricorns well. It's just not a sign that is like so interesting to me. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not like I haven't had like a lot of Capricorn friends. I've dated maybe like I've dealt with like maybe 3 Capricorns men, and it was just like it's just not an exciting sign to me. And it's crazy because my rising is Capricorn and I hated it. Like when I found out my rising was Capricorn, I cried because I feel like when people meet me, they kind of think I'm boring. And then like once they get to know me, they see like how intense I am. So like, you know, my look is Leo, and then they'll get to know me and they'll be like, oh, she's dark, she's intense. That's my Scorpio moon. But you know, your rising is what people think of you. So when people see me, they think that I'm just like so put together and headstrong and businesslike. I don't really look at myself as that type of person, pretty much. So I find that very interesting. You know, what? What should you spend your $500 on? On me? You could send it to my Cash App. $Delight777. You're attracting a lot of Capricorns and you don't know the lesson yet. I'm not sure, but they do have like these videos on TikTok that tell you like when you, or YouTube as well, oh, when you attract this type of person, this sign, this means that this is the reason why. And you know, maybe that's true. Go check those videos out. I'm not too sure. How are Geminis? Oh, my brain hurts. I don't even want to talk about them. I'm gonna be real with you. Toya says Leo here, and I have a question. I'm really disliking my Gemini friend and decided to ghost her. Trust me, I understand. Is this the norm? We were friends for 16 years and all she did was take. Well, Toya, you know, it doesn't really matter like if she's a Gemini or not. Y'all already have history. 16 years, that's a good run. Let it go. What's the sense of being friends with someone that you're always giving and they're taking? That's not a friendship. Friendships, relationships are give and take. So don't hold on because of the years or because it's familiar. Let it go. It's better to bow out gracefully. Like, listen, girl, like we grew apart. You know, if you too sucker to say that to her, then just ghost her, just block her, you know, because there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, sorry, you said you already did ghost her. Nah, I don't feel guilty about it. It's just time to let go. You know, I've cut off. I don't know what it is. I don't know what lesson I got to learn about Gemini women, because Gemini women always trying to befriend me, but when we become friends, they try to literally destroy me. So I don't know what happened. Why am I always attracting these Gemini women, and why are they always trying to destroy me? So I need to do a reading. I need to get a reading to find out what's that about. It's to the point now that if I meet a Gemini woman, I'm like, I'll talk to her, but I will not befriend her. I'm like traumatized. It's always the same thing every time with a Gemini woman. And like no other sign does that. Like I've had other signs try to destroy me, but not on the level of a Gemini. They all try to destroy me. Like they'll try to sleep with like my partner, or like if I was dealing with a guy, to go behind my back and sleep with him. They'll start mimicking like what I'm wearing. Just all this crazy stuff happens with them pretty much. They'll start to like belittle me, try to dull my light. Is really bad. I have some really bad trauma stories about Gemini women. I have Virgo videos. Any of my Zodiac videos, they're $25, guys. My Zodiac videos are not free. People paid for me to do those videos. So if you're interested in paying for a Zodiac video, it's $25. Make the payment, email me. My email will be in the comment section when I get out of here. And that's how you can get a video out of me. That's true. Moon sign is very important. I always look at a man's moon sign in his Venus or his Mars, definitely. Real says, no, I'm a Libra, but most Virgos are by. Ooh, don't say that. Don't say that. Please don't say that. Mine better not be by, okay? I don't want to deal with no more down low brothers. Please leave me alone. Down low brothers, please leave me alone, okay? He better not be by. I'll kill him. I don't think he's by. Hopefully he's not. But it will be revealed pretty much. Yeah, that is true. Capricorns are about their money and business. Very true. Yeah, Caps are kind of boring, right? Yeah. And not boring in a bad way. It's just boring to me, pretty much. I had one Capricorn dude years ago. I don't know his chart, but he was so much fun. I actually bumped into him last year and he was like, "What's good with me and you?" I was like, "Nothing. Dude, we messed around in our 20s. Get out of here, bro. You're like 40 now. Get out of here." Not interested in him anymore. He kind of like let himself go, pretty much. I'm not attracted to him anymore. And he lied to me. He had a girlfriend, and I believe he's still with that girl. It's the same woman he has been with since high school, since they were like 15 years old. He never married her. They have a son together, but he never married her. They live in separate houses. Yeah, he's the same. I was like, bro. I was like, how's Jennifer? He was like, oh, she good. I'm on my way to her house right now. I'm like, get out of here, man. Very fun. I wonder what else is in his chart, because he is such a funny person. Very cool. Oh, Lord. I don't look like no Anijah. Get out of here, bruh. Y'all think all black women look alike? I don't look like that lady. I ain't got no crazy eyes. Okay. Let me see. Yes, I have Capricorn in my seventh house. It sucks. What does the seventh house represent? Lee Pepper says Virgos are cool. Some of y'all are. I like Virgo women more than Virgo men, pretty much. I already told this Virgo, you're the last Virgo I will ever date. So when you remove that out of my life, that's it. That's it. They're not a match for me at all. Trey says you cried. I'm Cap rising too. But I have Neptune there too. So it's like I'm Pisces rising. Oh, okay, good. So you got some type of balance there. Despite all the ish I've been talking about both signs. Oof. I'm gonna get out of here soon. My phone is dying. You don't like Cancer men? They're good as friends, but not as lovers. They're too manipulative and they lie too much. And they'll triangulate you with everyone in their life. Better be very careful with them. They that's why they like cats. They like cats. It's sneaky, you know. They sneaky and soft. They know how to love. They know how to be in relationships. They know how to be dedicated, but they're manipulative and they are liars. So you gotta be, and they play a lot of mind games. So you gotta be very careful with Cancer men. Okay, I don't know who that is. You shouting out in my chat, so that you gotta go. Let's see. Can't trust a big butt in a Gemini. Hilarious. Yep, I've had bad luck with Gemini women. They are really loud and attention seeking. I've been around the quiet Gemini women, like the nerdy ones, and the outgoing ones who just very nice and who are outgoing. I've been around both, and they both did me dirty. Oh, Gemini women like to dominate their friend group. You think you can dominate me? No, can't dominate me. Same. I don't let game gems. Oh, gems get close no more. They try to sabotage from within. Yeah, very jealous energy. And now, if you're a Gemini and you follow me, I don't have nothing against you because I don't know you personally, but that is just my experience with them. I'm going to be looking at IDs. Can I see your birth certificate, your ID? Because if she's a Gemini, I will not befriend her, because you have to understand that when you keep going through something with a particular sign, stay away from them. Stay away from them. I tried to look at what was the lesson with them and I can't get it. So I just learned my lesson. Like, I'm just not fucking with them no more, because it's always the same thing. Always. It's like, yo, what is this? Good night, Alicia. Hope you enjoyed the live, girl. Censor says, would a Gemini dress down to match a dressed down person they're competing with? That's a good question. I from my experience, I never seen them dressed down, but they'll try to match that other person's energy. Or if they can't match the person that dresses better than them, they'll be like, why you doing too much? Like, why you so dressed up, girl? Why you got on makeup? Why your nails done? Why your hair done? You know, so I never seen them dress down, but they'll try to match that person's energy. So however that person dresses, they'll try to match their energy, or they'll try to insult what they got on. Pretty much. That's what I've had that happen to me. Paradigm says Gemini embody duality. I never get along with them like that. Yeah, because you kind of don't know what you're gonna get. They do have two personalities. So there's been days where it's like, I don't know what I'm going to get today. So it's kind of hard to be friends with people where you don't know, like, you meeting up with them, but you don't know who you're meeting up with that day. So that was something I can't really do, you know? Toya says they will also try to manipulate you into doing things for them. Yep. They are literally the worst. Yes, they do that. So you said Gemini might be in my sixth house, which is the house of open enemies. Oh God. I'm gonna check my thing. I have it in my email. I'm gonna check my chart. You said the sixth house. I'm gonna check it. LeJordan says, I know one who started talking to someone I was talking with just because she saw me talking to him. Yep, they'll do that. Sagittarius moon man with a Leo Venus. How is a man like that? I'm not sure. But I like Leo Venus. My lover right now is a Virgo and he is a Leo Venus. They gift givers. They pay attention to the details. Them Leo Venuses. Yeah, they know what they doing. I like Leo Venus. Because my sun sign is Leo, so it's like they just match my energy, you know? On a good note, I've been married to a Virgo forever and they are a good match. But what's your sign, Toya, again? What's your sign? You're not a Leo, right? I told y'all before, I know a Leo couple. I was their flower girl in their wedding, and that was maybe 30 years ago or more, 35 years ago. I think I was like 5 years old, 6 years old. They still together. It's a Leo woman and a Virgo man, and they still together to this day. They got 2 kids. I think she's a nurse. No, she's a teacher. He's an accountant, and they had a son and a daughter, and both their kids are doctors. They did very well. They still together. You said I didn't know you violent, Angelique. I could be violent. If I'm pushed to that limit, I could be violent. Definitely. Oh yeah. I'm not out here hitting men or anything like that, but I will defend myself. I'll just say that. I will defend myself. Pretty much. If you hit me, I'm going to hit you. If I feel like you're about to attack me, I will defend myself pretty much. Yeah. I'm fire. Of course I'm violent. What? Karen, get out of here. Oh God, the Karen in here. This shit is so hilarious. Gorgeous says, yeah, I have a Gemini cousin and she's hell. Oh my gosh. All these people. Gemini, what's going on with y'all? Energy is the ability to do work, is not really a thing. Energy is a thing. You know what is what else too is that maybe in your universe, because we all have our own universes, right? So maybe in your universe, this is not a thing, but in our universe, it is pretty much. But guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It was so fun talking to you, but I hope that y'all understand that at times you are being judged by your looks. They're not judging your frequency. And there are going to be people who mistreat you based on your looks. That's it. You didn't do anything to them. Even if you give off confidence, even if you give off a powerful energy, even if you're vibing high, people will still test you. People will still try to abuse you. People will still try to steal from you. People will still try to rape you. All kind of things can happen to you. So I think that spiritualists need to stop lying and keep it real. That sometimes people just fuck with you because they're demonic and they're not good people. That's it. Or they're making a judgment based on your looks and they don't realize who you are spiritually. So keep that in mind and try to decipher, is it something you need to heal from and that's why you keep attracting particular people? Or is it just a situation to where that person is judging you based on your looks? Learn the difference between the two. Oh, you're a Leo, Toya? Oh, cool. All right. Oh, Lila is a Gemini. Well, Lila, talk to your Gemini peoples. You gotta have a council. You gotta have a meeting. Good night, everybody. I'll talk to y'all soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to donate. If you want me to keep coming on live, you want me to keep posting videos every other day, I need y'all to donate. This is what I do for living. I do not have a 9 to 5 right now. I need you to book those phone sessions. I need you to get those weekly donations in. How to donate and how to book a phone session will be in the comment section when I get out the live. All right. Peace and blessings and have an amazing week. Talk to y'all soon.